Black coffee with a side of tea starts now only on Stunner Radio.
This show is sponsored in part by Flat Fee Tax Prep and Services, offering quality tax preparation, serving clients nationwide. For more information, visit www.flatfeecreditandtax.com. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
Hey guys, welcome back to Black Coffee with a Side of Tea. It's Saturday, and we are here to give you all the spills and the questions and the answers to all the most wanted questions. And we, of course, know Monday is Valentine's Day for those of you who celebrate Valentine's Day. Make sure you get those gifts early. Don't be running out there at the last minute trying to get nobody no gift, which you should love them 365 anyway. You shouldn't be waiting on one holiday to celebrate your loved one. But we're going to do a sister check-in. I'm going to bring in my ladies.
Hey.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
Great. Good Saturday for me.
Yes.
So how was your week?
My week has been great.
Your week was great.
Sounds relaxing. Sounds relaxing.
So how was your week? So go ahead.
Pretty good. My week was pretty good. You know, I told you guys I'm getting ready to start. I'm getting ready to open up a spa. So I've been finalizing everything. We're getting ready to get the keys on the 1st. So just putting in all the footwork and all the motions for that. Just getting ready, you know, making sure all my products and stuff are together. Hey, Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer. Thank you for tuning in.
And what about you, T, baby?
I had a good week. Really, really good week. This weather doesn't help. You know, I'm over here sniffling now. So we go from hot to cold and cold to hot, and our bodies are so confused right now.
I know.
Yes, that is true with the weather.
Earlier today, it was hot. It wasn't super cold. And I think you text me, Lisa, I'm getting ready to turn my heater on. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I open up the door and I'm like, I am freezing. It's too cold out here. Where did this wind come from?
And that just came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. I just started feeling cold. I was like, oh, I'm going to turn the heat on.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Like, you just never know. Your wardrobe has to kind of be versatile. You have to be able to still grab your coat and still grab your boots and all that kind of stuff. I now understand why we be multifaceted in our dressing, because we never know what season we're going to get when we go into work and when we come out. So
absolutely. That's Houston weather. That's why y'all Houstonians so flighty. Y'all are just like your weather. You never know what you're going to get on any given day.
Right. That is true.
A good week. I just want to say it is still Black History Month. You know, there's so much going on in February. It's Body Positivity Month. It's a lot of people celebrate Valentine's Day. I have never been a big Valentine's Day person, only because I don't want to get flowers on a day when everybody else getting them. Okay. I want to give flowers on a day when nobody getting them. Because for me, if I'm getting a gift and I'm getting taken out to dinner and everybody else is too, it's no special.
Exactly.
It's special. I don't want to receive gifts when they shoving them in every man's face. Buy this, buy that. But no, I want him to just think of me on a regular Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Just a regular Tuesday. You know?
Right.
But I do love the candy the day after, because it's always 50, 75% off.
It's on sale.
Yes, I normally stock up my freezer with Valentine's candy.
Oh my God.
I head right on over to Walgreens, get to that clearance rack and get all the good chocolate,
For the low.
For the low.
Because, you know, coming in those months that ain't no holidays like June, July, you have a sweet tooth just going in the back of that freezer.
Right.
That good old Valentine candy. So that's what I do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that because I do the same thing. I stock up too because I'm like you. It's on sale. We have a coupon because you're a Walgreens faithful member and you get that discount at the register.
Exactly. $2, $5
Yes.
off. Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
Yes.
But I'm like you, Lisa. I don't celebrate me on one holiday. If
Oh,
you love me and you love me for real, out the blue. When I
yes.
cross your mind, that's when you should be sending me flowers and I love cookies too.
And nice
Mm-hmm.
chocolate.
Right.
Chocolates. I
And
love
see, I
flowers.
I agree with you guys. For me, Valentine's Day, I don't feel like it should be separate like that. I don't feel like it's anything special behind it. I don't feel like Valentine's Day is anything special. But of course, you want to make your significant other feel special, right? So we do what we do.
Well, I come to an agreement with everybody that I've been in a relationship with. Look, we're not doing this shiggity. So know ahead of time that we don't participate. Okay.
Right.
You want to buy something on Valentine's Day and hold it to the side, that's cool with me because, like I said, I want mine on a regular day. Let the
Right.
people who don't get nothing be happy on Valentine's Day. Hey, girl, oh, I'm so happy for you. You got something. Well, see, I get
Yes,
something all
ma'am.
year.
5 days out of the year. Thank you.
Yes, I
Right.
get something all year. And like we talked about before, I love flowers. I love candy, but I also love a new refrigerator. I love
Yes.
Hello.
new
Give me something I
washer
can
dryer.
use.
Yeah.
Give me something I can
I
use.
love new tires on my car.
Absolutely.
Right.
I
I
love,
love trips. I love trip.
practical. Yeah, I love
Real trips by the water. I'm a Pisces, so give me some water.
Exactly.
yeah. Hey, Jennifer, she said completely agree.
I
Yes,
know it.
for
Yeah.
me, it's the shoes and purses is cool, but I can kind of get those myself. I like the big gifts that have a warranty attached. If you
That
feel
part.
what I'm saying.
Paid for. Paid for.
That part.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. So
Don't do for me, I can do for myself.
yeah, unless you're gonna do it twice,
Hello.
you know. Because you can buy
Exactly.
me 2 or 3 of them good wigs, some $2,300 wigs. Yes, let's do that. Let's
Yes,
do
ma'am. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Some bundles you said? Yes, thank you. A
that.
bundle box?
Absolutely.
Oh, great.
Absolutely.
A spa day? Yes, I'm fine with those type of things.
Definitely a spa day.
Okay.
Definitely a spa day. And little tricks and treats at the crib don't hurt either.
Nice little chocolate on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Mm-hmm.
But to the
Yeah.
single people, I don't want people to feel left out, or we can't allow these holidays to make us feel some type of way. They're all man-made, they're all made up. I mean, so don't let them make you feel some type of way if you're single. And don't be in a situation where you don't want to be in just so you can get a gift, because you can get yourself a gift, or there's other ways. I'm just put it
Hello.
out there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be in a toxic situation.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes. But I do want to segue into some current events, and one of the biggest things for me this week that I was happy about, even though I'm not big on football, the Texans hired a new coach, Lovie Smith. Now, it got my eye because, well, take a look at him, I was like, hello, season ticket holders. How
Right.
about your girl? Because I'm trying to, Lovey is easy on the eyes. I'm just
Yes, he is. Come on.
So we talked last week about the NFL not hiring enough Black coaches. So,
Sure did.
this is really cool that they hired Lovie Smith. He's definitely overly qualified. And it's good to have some more eye candy for
Absolutely.
the sideline,
Sideline.
Saying.
Right.
I mean, with a beard like that, I mean, he's fine. That's all.
Nice looking old man. Nice looking handsome man.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's in he in the type of age group I'm looking for right now. You'd be good
Yes,
to get
me
one
too.
round out of him. Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
And you can go on about your business for the rest of the
Oh
day.
my gosh.
Okay. But Yeah. So what was on you guys' radar this week that you saw on social media or news or anything that caught your eye?
I saw Rihanna looking fabulous as ever,
Yes.
pregnant and asking for a cheeseburger. So and people was coming under there saying, "Friend, do you want mustard and pickles?" And everybody is excited that she's pregnant and she looks amazing.
Yeah, she's
doing it with style and with grace, and she looks enormously happy. And that's the part I'm excited about, is that she's happy. She accomplished all her goals, and now she's able to bring a child into this amazing, she in a loving man, a loving family, so I'm excited. She looked amazing. And the stomach is getting bigger. I was like, "Oh, come on, stomach."
But she looks good. She really looks good.
She does look good. And you're right. Every picture that you see them on, they look so happy. They look so happy. And I know looks can be deceiving, but it's still good to see it.
It is. It's good to see somebody like that.
Yeah.
That has you've seen them in a different area in their life, and they've grown emotionally and matured, and now they took responsibility for their mistakes, but now they are in this beautiful space. That's the part I like.
Yeah, I love that. What about you, Zoe? Did anything catch your eye this week besides?
Yeah, I saw the baby fighting Danny Lee's brother at the bowling alley, and I'm like, really? Why are we doing this?
Because we don't have nothing else to do.
Why are we doing this?
Well, I have my take on it. We all saw the brother talking about he was going to fight the baby on site. It's on site. So, when you're dealing with somebody ignorant like the baby, you don't say stuff like that unless you're really ready to be on site.
You ready to throw them hands.
Right. And that's not my problem, because I'm very big on respect. So it is what it is. And I get that. You know what I mean? My thing is, why does it have to be more Black people on social media displaying this over and over constantly?
Right.
Well, we can't all be responsible for the actions of the baby.
I know.
I mean, it's a grown man who called himself the baby.
Absolutely.
That's where the problem begins. That's where the problem begins.
That's where the problem started. Right there.
Right.
So,
that is.
You can't really expect no greatness. You know what I'm saying? We can expect to be entertained. We can expect him to act like a baby. But can we really expect, somebody that can be an example for our youth? No,
absolutely not.
And that's just what we see.
And that's a role I'm sure he's not trying to take. He absolutely displayed with his son, with his daughter's mom, like going on live and trying to make it seem like she is this, and we already know what to expect from him. And then of course her brother is like, of course he know the whole spiel too, and he ready to defend his sister. So I get his part of wanting to defend his sister, because you sitting here acting like you better than us, and then that I'm not going to defend my sister honor with you.
I have a slight problem with their use of the N-word. Now, we talked about this last week too with Joe Rogan.
Yes.
And I said, I don't care what Joe Rogan say on his podcast. That's his podcast. I wouldn't want nobody tell me what to say on mine. But when the Danny Lee's brother was doing his little live video, he said nigga probably 15,000 times.
Yeah.
And they don't identify themselves as Black. So I did have a lightweight problem with that because of the venom in his voice when he said it. Remember?
The tone. We talked about the tone.
We talked about that last week. Yep. It's the tone. Because I could be like, "Oh, bitch, you look good," but if I be like, "Bitch," you're like, "Hold on, who you talking to?" It's my tone of voice. So hearing that tone in his voice, it's like, who you talking to? Because I mean, we don't really ride for the baby like that. But when you come to us, come like that though. Now we all trying to figure out who you talking about and who you talking to. with that tone in your voice, saying that word so many times. And when I looked at the post, everybody, all the comments was centered on that. He using that word too much. And I was like, dang, our people so sensitive about that word. I think it's just because you mingle with us, you have babies with us, you love our music, you love our style and our fashion, but then we piss you off, you want to go there.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. I definitely, that is definitely the case. We good enough to do all the other stuff, but when it comes to us, as you know, now you're not fooling with us. We was good enough to have kids with. We was good enough to steal fashion from hairstyles, lips, butt, all of that. But we not good enough for other stuff.
I mean, and I agree with Jennifer. She said it's the delivery.
Absolutely, Jennifer. It is the delivery.
It is the delivery.
That's what we talked about.
It's the delivery.
But it's 100%. Also like something that D Moore said today on the Love Power Radio Show. Shout out to D Moore and shout out to Miss Mimi on the Love Power Radio Show. When they were talking about body image and how you can be dating someone and they love you for your curves, they love your body when it's all good. But then when they get mad, oh, you fat bitch, you fat bitch. Oh, hold on.
Right.
I wasn't no fat bitch when you was eating the cat.
That part. That part.
What you talking?
Excuse me.
It's kind of the same. Like, that's how I felt when he was doing all that. It's like, you was happy to be associated with the baby.
Exactly.
You was happy for your sister to be associated with the baby. But now y'all get a problem with him, and now you go directly to that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it makes me wonder, is that how you felt about him all the time?
You don't even have to question. It is.
Exactly. That's why I don't get so involved and have a real emotion behind celebrity drama and stuff like that, because I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You might be reacting and responding to something somebody else did to you. So who am I to judge you? Because you never know how I will respond.
Right.
Absolutely.
Especially if you disrespect a person on that kind of level. Like the disrespect that these celebrities have done is ridiculous.
Right.
We wouldn't let regular people do this to us on a day.
Well, I'm not going to try to fight nobody who has bodyguards.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely. Not one-on-one. You stupid. I'm not even approaching nobody who got paid bodyguards around me. I'm not going to approach you. Like that was the whole thing for me. Like, what would
that looks dumb.
Yeah. It looks so silly. But yeah, that was the drama. That part of that drama caught my eye too. Mm-hmm. But there was another thing that caught my eye this week, and I thought it was really ridiculous, where people were slamming Adele because she was at this award show that celebrates gender neutrality, like people who are gender neutral. Mm-hmm. But she made a statement, I'm so happy to be a woman. And they were slamming her for that. And I was like, okay, hold on. I'm so confused right now because y'all want us to, when people are transgender, we're supposed to celebrate the fact that they're happy to now be a woman or a man, whatever they are. But when you're born a woman, you can't say you're happy to be a woman. I'm lost. It's too, now they too woke for me. Y'all look too woke because now I'm confused.
Right.
You remember that saying off of dang, I forgot. Don't worry. I forgot.
What was it saying?
I forgot. Don't worry. I forgot to say.
But it's a catch-22. So you can't be happy for, because it's so politically, you can't be on both sides of the fence. You got to be in the middle, or you got to be on one side, you got to be on the other side. That would confuse me too, because if I was born a woman, why I can't be happy that I am? If I was born black and a woman, and that we have expectations that are placed on us immediately, I can't be happy that I chose to not take that strong role, or I chose to be in a feminine and masculine, what?
Right. I feel like people are sensitive to start. I feel like some people can be very sensitive. And so that me being a woman, I feel like that's more that it refers back to like me being black and I'm proud,
Right.
They felt some type of way about that.
Yeah.
And so now you feel some type of way about this because you are not this. So that it's a little bit of insecurity there. And I don't know how to change that opinion. I don't know how to change that in people. I can't
let people
change
be.
Yeah.
And that's the part people can't do.
Yeah.
Just let people be. I don't get it. It's just like I've always had. I love me some drag queens, but I've always had an issue with the fact that people will accept overly feminine drag queens. Now they are not actual women,
right?
So when an actual woman is overly feminine, everybody give her grief. It's like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be because I am a female, so I'm supposed to be feminine.
Right.
It's just so weird to me that people have gotten wrapped up in all these titles and, pronouns and what I identify as and all this mess. It's like, I don't identify as that anymore. I identify now.
And you oh my gosh, I'm not.
And all these concessions being made for these people. Now, I believe everybody has the right to be treated how they want to be treated and identify however they want to be identified as. So if you feel like you identify as a woman, well, God bless you. But I just want to see what's going to be done for me because I identify as being rich. So can I walk up in the bank and can I have access to my funds that I'm identifying with?
Yes,
please.
Because I don't identify
I'm a
with
billionaire out here.
Yes. If I get a shut off notice, I can't be like, I don't identify with that.
I cannot with you.
I identify with affluence. So, with that being said, where my money at?
Where's the coin?
Dude, okay.
Right. Someone needs to compensate me. Someone needs to sponsor me so that I can identify with my true identity, which is a rich woman.
You are a mess, and I cannot get with you.
I'm with her, honey. Yes, I've always identified with being the top of the top, the
upper echelon, honey.
Upper echelon, honey. When I walk in, I hold my glass with my pinky up.
Yes, ma'am. And we need the spicy ketchup and Whataburger, please.
Thank you.
Great coupon, please.
Great coupon. Yes.
Do not identify with lack. Any type of lack.
Thereof.
Any type of insufficient funds. We do not understand that language.
Yes. What do you mean?
Oh no.
There are funds available. Just take them from someone else.
Someone else.
Someone else.
Someone else's account is available. Tap into that one. Because y'all tap into mine.
You know why? Because it's important to my identity.
Right.
This is how I identify.
Exactly, honey.
I mean,
I'm bougie.
I'm just saying. If people can identify all other ways, this is how I identify. I'm just saying. So anyway.
I wish I could walk in the bank and just hold my hands out and they drop some money in my hands.
I mean, you can,
Yeah.
You can along with a note and a 22. They're gonna put the money in your hand. They might push a button or two.
Of course, absolutely gonna be pushing a button, looking you dead in the face.
Yes, but they will put the money in your hands. So, is this a time to take a break?
Yes, it's time to take a break. We're gonna take a break, and we're gonna come back with the real spill.
All right, you guys, we'll be right back. How you want your tea, baby? Because I serve it hot and I serve it strong. It's the real spill with your girl, Lisa Denae. You ready? You ready? You ready? Hi, you guys. It is the real spill. And let me just tell you today, since it's in honor of Body Positivity Month, I want to talk to you a little bit about body image and body positivity, because I think that people feel like, okay, It's your body. You should feel positive about it. But I want to talk a little bit about why it's such a big issue. So I want to bring ladies back in and let's talk about why it's such a big issue for women with body positivity. And before we start, I want to put one of my favorite body positive people on the screen because, you know,
Lizzo.
our girl Lizzo, she just bears it all, okay?
Every
I
time.
love it.
She
I love
bears it all. And I love it too because she's beautiful. Her body is beautiful. And it seems to accept herself.
Absolutely. And that's the first thing is to accept yourself before you worry about if someone else accepts you. That's the first
Absolutely.
step, period. Especially when we're going through our if we go back to when we were teenagers and when we're in high school and you looked at other girls and you have this desire that something on your body you didn't accept, you had to fall in love with yourself. And so it's the first step is accepting what you have and what you were given. You know, we were all given this body. You have to accept what you have. And if you want to work on something, work on it. But accepting yourself first before anybody else.
Absolutely. Well, I wanted to talk specifically. This is the topic for the Real Spill, dying for likes. I wanted to talk about the fact that people have gotten so addicted to social media likes and social media attention that people are literally dying, like putting their life on the line to change their bodies and change their image and for likes. So what do you guys feel about this? Do you think this is a mental disorder? Do you feel like somebody can come back from this? Or if you're like this, you just always been like this and it's just manifesting in a different way?
I think it can be both. I think it's because I grew up without social media, you know, and so you dealt with it in your face, worrying about if somebody liked you or if this little boy that you had a crush on liked you because you were plus size, but the girl he really liked was thinner than you are. So it's the same thing. It's just in front of people.
In person versus online, right?
Right.
And so I'm in a generation where MySpace and Tag, you know, they had all of those to start with, and what we saw is a nice visual. You got music, you got pictures of people, you know, you got your top 10 and stuff like that. So that's how it started. And then you go to Facebook where you got more access, and Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram, and now the younger generation is so accustomed to this. This is embedded in them that they don't interact face to face all the time. You know, they see celebrities on social media being a big catch and having all this money and having all this booty and all these titties, you know, going to Dr. Miami, going to Dubai, you know, they see this. And then this is what they're thinking that they want to do too. And they carry it on.
I agree.
Yeah. And, you know, part of it I do understand because we all have certain things about us that we would like to enhance or, you know, change up a little bit. I do understand some of it. Myself personally, I have extra lips because I decided I wanted my lips to be a little bigger tonight. So I put a little more, I line my lips a little further out. But that's about as far as I'm going to go with it. If it's like we're going to inject some more lip into your lip, no, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. I'm not going to go that far with it. So I want to play like a little small clip of My Killer Body with K. Michelle. You guys know I talked to you about this last week. And I really like the beginning of this clip because this is K. Michelle herself talking about how it was for her. So let's take a listen.
And nobody did. I remember one morning I woke up and my legs gave out. They didn't know if I had a stroke. Oh, this is the first time in my life I've ever gone through something like that. What's wrong with me? Being in the public eye, there's a lot of pressure. You aren't always judged on your talent. The way you look can also measure your success. It's the Brazilian butt lift craze. I compared myself to other artists. I wanted to, you know, be curvy. People on social media. And I thought I want to take it to the extreme. So I chose to make some changes. You know, I got my boobs done, my butt, my stomach. Nobody warned me about the dangers.
Local doctors tell us the deaths are just one part of a bigger epidemic, leaving women disfigured and disabled.
Headaches, rashes, even heart attacks. Girls going to the Dominican Republic and trying to get their bodies done. And these are young girls who end up losing their lives. It's just not worth it.
And I had no idea that the fight for my life was about to begin.
My last doctor messed me up so bad.
I was the first celebrity to be honest and speak out about the dark side of cosmetic surgery.
So, you guys, what do you think about that?
I watched it and my heart just ached for her because, like you said, like Zoe said, these young girls are watching that.
Yep.
And they see that, okay, if I have a big butt, if I have big boobs, then somebody's gonna, I'm gonna get more likes on my pictures on Instagram, on Facebook, that kind of thing. And you saw the likes on the bottom of her screen because now she's taking pictures because she's more curvy and she has bigger boobs and she's selling out at concerts, but not knowing the background work when you do that kind of surgery to your body. Everybody's body heals differently. Some people get keloids, some people heal slower than others. And like she said, her legs gave out on her. I remember her talking about that. It's just the silicone was coming down in her body, and is it worth all that? Is my question. Is it worth you doing that? Because at the end of the day, you don't have anybody to like you after the fact.
Jennifer LeBlue said, be yourself, do it the natural way, then you can't get botched.
Absolutely.
So I definitely agree with you, Jennifer. I've seen, it's one show in particular that I watched, Teen Mom, and it was one girl on there, she wanted to get her boobs and butt done. She went and got her boobs and butt done. A few seasons later, these new teen moms are wanting to do that, and they're filming these girls after they have their surgery in their life. Like, they're sitting up and just the way that they look uncomfortable. Okay. It looks like it's very uncomfortable. So me personally, I wouldn't want to do something that's going to make me uncomfortable.
Right.
But I think the thing that bothers me the most about it is, who is it for? Who is it for?
Social media. It's for social media for sure.
And I think that's what concerns me. When I talk to my kids and when I talk to young people that I love, I try to get them to understand that in this world that we live in, there's things that are real and there's things that appear to be real. Social media is one of those things that just appears to be real. Right. It's not really real. The people on there are not really real. I mean, I understand I have a different point of view. I'm the kid that didn't believe the toy was really inside the cereal box. So I ain't never trusted nobody. I ain't never trusted nothing to be real. So, I would be like, oh yeah, they say that toy in there, but it ain't in there. And my brothers and sisters be like, what's wrong with her? She don't believe in nothing. No, I don't believe in nothing. I believe what I can see and what I can feel. So it doesn't really, I don't get tricked by it. Now, we all like the likes. I like the likes. I'll put up a cute picture, and when I know I'm serving, I'm gonna put it all in your timeline, baby. You can get tired, but it's very few and far between because I ain't even got time like that. So for me, when I look at somebody like K. Michelle, it shocked me that she would say, "I used to compare myself to other women." What? Why?
It's a lot of women like that. That's what I'm saying. That is the term and the norm now. Is you see something on another woman and it's not on you. And so they're doing that to make themselves, I don't want a cookie cutter. I'm not a cookie cutter. And that's what it seems to be. The same, all of them look the same now. Same blood.
Yeah. It's true. It is true. It is so true. But I think the sad part about it is, again, I just wonder, do they know that the people that you're doing this for couldn't care less?
No, they don't know that. They can't know that, because if they did, they would know that they're risking their lives for a cosmetic surgery that it it's important, absolutely. If you feel like you have to do this, I understand certain situations, but overall, I feel like you can work it off.
Work it off or not, because see, there's people that I know that have had surgeries and still don't like their body, still don't like themselves.
That's what I'm
still
saying.
see themselves as fat after losing over 100 pounds, still feel fat, still see themselves fat. So it shows you it's a mental.
Yeah,
it's something going on.
That's where that comes in at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's something going on mentally, because I know when I was young, I had the reverse of that. I didn't think I was big. People were like, you plus size. Where? Where? I know my ankles get a little swole, but what you talking? I'm just soft and cushy. So I know you could be in your own world and not see reality, because I didn't see it until I got a little older. I was like, bitch, you big. Go on and accept the reality. And it's cool. But I had never felt pressure to look like anybody else. And I always got to credit my dad for that, even though we've had our ups and downs in our battles. But that's one thing he definitely instilled in me from a very small little girl. You are beautiful, and not because of how you look, because you're smart, you quick, you tough. And all those things made me feel like, okay, so I don't care if I gain 100 pounds. I'm still me, so I'm still beautiful.
Right.
And I just feel so sad for people who are out here dying for likes. Yeah. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. Some of those people
called cloud chasers, they thrive off of that. Some people like get a thrill off of that. Once they've experienced it, they like gotta keep it up. It's their persona now. This is something that they like. Mm-hmm. They have to have likes.
And the minute you change, you lost 100,000 followers in their mind, and that's devastating.
Yeah.
But the reality is, if you was genuine from the jump, you were genuinely who you were, and you don't worry about if people accept you for who you are. You got to accept yourself first. It starts right here.
Yeah.
And right here.
And the thing is, people click like on stuff very arbitrarily. It ain't like they're like, oh, do I really like that? Just like that. Oh, and sometimes you could be looking fine as hell and they, oh, I'm not going to like that.
Right.
So why do you care? So why do you care? People are so fickle. So for you to care about the general public, you have to examine like what's really going on in your head.
Absolutely.
Something's not right in your own head. If your man is okay with it, your kids, you love it, who cares?
Right. Absolutely. I definitely agree with that.
Because my man gonna love all my zebra stripes. I ain't worried about this cellulite. He gonna love all these stretch marks, all these zebra stripes, because it's some magic. I'm just saying. Associated with all of it.
I can honestly say I think it did elevate a little bit when people started getting paid for their likes and their views on YouTube and stuff like that. I think that's really when it kicked in, because if a regular schmeckler Joe can get a bag off of just YouTube, and why can't I? And I can get all these likes and I can post whatever, and then I see Carisha and JT and Mulatto. I see all of these girls with these booties and boobs, so that's how I need to be, and get my likes up.
I do agree with you. I agree with you. When people start feeling like money was associated with it, but it still leads me back to the fact that everything that appears to be real is not real. Mm-hmm. So just like a lot of these artists appear to be rich, are not rich. A lot of these artists don't got no money. They got to do a show every week just to make it. That's why they so booked. They're talking about, I'm booked. Yeah, you got to be booked. You can't take no days off, or you're going to lose everything.
No, because you're going to lose everything.
Some of them are in worse financial situations than regular people. So I feel like people got to understand what's real and what's not. And to like social media influencers and all this, people will take one story and feel like everybody getting it. Or one social media influencer made $200,000 from one company. Okay, and that doesn't mean you're going to get that. It's another way out here to make $200,000. It's a better way. You ain't got to change your body to do it.
Right. But that's their hustle.
Yeah, that's that.
Let them hustle like that.
And you know what? It's a little off topic, but since you mentioned that, people get all type of distracted in their life trying to hustle like the next person.
Yep.
You know, it's now all of a sudden everybody want to do NFTs. Everybody want to, and it's like, look, just do what you do. If you pay attention to what you do and get well, do what you do well, you don't have to jump on every new money making trend.
Yep.
Say that again for the people in the back that didn't hear it.
Girl, I can't stand people like that. They always, girl, I'm in a new organization and we doing it. Girl, you done been in a million organizations.
On a new wagon every week, girl.
You done been in a million multi-level marketing companies. You still ain't no millionaire. You should have just stayed in your job. Just do what you do, boo, and do it well.
You should be tired
at this point.
Because the wagon dragging you at this point, because you've been on 10 wagons, and
not the wagon dragging you.
The wagon is dragging you.
Being dragged, not a wagon.
Yes, Jennifer, 100.
Yes, ma'am.
It's just like the podcasting. Now everybody want to do podcasting. At first, it irritated me because I take it seriously. It irritated me because I seen people just doing it and they all halfway looking in the camera, don't know what they're talking about, spreading false information, stuttering, the lighting wrong. It bothered me. But then I realized it's just a phase. They're going to be out of it. They'll come into the game and leave out the game. I've been doing this for going on 7 years. So I ain't pressed. I'm going to be doing it probably for 7 more and then 7 more after that. So you just got to do what you do.
Absolutely.
And don't try to jump.
What works for you?
Yeah, right. Because the thing is, you can get that great body and still ain't no sponsors.
You trying to go get another surgery and still don't have no sponsors.
Okay.
That part.
But you can get a sponsor with that big old belly, still get a sponsor.
All you gotta do is lift your shirt up.
It's really your personality.
Get some likes.
Plus, it's really your personality. If you want longevity in anything, it's really about who you are as a person that is unique to you. That's what sells.
Absolutely.
You know,
it's what's unique. That I agree. It's what's unique about you.
Yeah. How do you stand out from the rest of them?
Absolutely.
We all come here with that. So we don't need to go and buy that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
that's right.
That's why I was saying it starts with you. You got to like you first before anybody else. And if you don't like you, then go get some help so you can like yourself.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Now I'm gonna need you to say that again.
Go get the help you need if you do not like yourself, because it's so important that you like yourself more than what everybody else does.
Absolutely.
That's not important when you don't like yourself. What's important is you wake up with you every day.
Hello.
Look at yourself every day.
In the mirror.
You have to live with yourself every day.
Every day. Not just one day, every day.
Every day. And not to plug my music, but I'm gonna plug my music. I have a song called Love Myself More, and I'm gonna end the segment with that. I remember in my first marriage, it was very abusive. And the one thing he used to do that could pull me back into the situation when I'm ready, just done. Don't you love me? I used to say, well, yeah, I do love him. But one day, I don't know what came over me. I said, I love you, but I love myself more. And that just stuck with me for the rest of my life, because it was just like, yeah, I love you, but I don't love nobody more than I love me.
I know
that part.
So when those two situations come into conflict, it's time for me to exit. You know,
right. We are not compatible.
We are not
compatible.
But thank you guys. Thank y'all for tuning, chiming in on this topic with me, because it is Body Positivity Month, and I'm just so sad for people who don't love themselves. If I could just put it in a bottle, self-love in a bottle, I would give it away, because it's so sad to live a life where you don't even love who you are.
Right.
I feel bad for people like that. And I hope that this show and other shows that we do on Stunner Radio can give people hope and help them to understand that we all not meant to look alike, sound alike, dress alike. We're supposed to be unique.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Some people supposed to be big. Stop the lies that everybody's supposed to be a certain size. That's not true. Some people's DNA does not allow them to be small.
Exactly.
Right. Absolutely.
It's like some folks' DNA don't allow them to have boom and bang. You know, they ain't never gonna have that because it's not in their DNA.
Right.
So stop trying to make people feel like we all have to have the same body types and stuff. It's not gonna happen. If you see me as a size 4, 5, 6, anything under 12, know that I am sick. Okay. Know that I am not well in my body. Because my body ain't never gonna get to that. So that's not in my DNA, it's not in my makeup.
Absolutely not.
I learned that at a young age, you know, that we all come in different shapes and sizes. You know, my cousin, she had, you know, dark hair and more coarse hair, and mine was, you know, a different texture. And I learned that at a young age. Everybody is not going to look the same.
Right.
You have to accept yourself for who you are.
Exactly.
And you can't change it. It's on your body. At that, you know, as a child, you can't change it, you know.
Right.
And there are some things that we can change, but at the same time, if you love it, why even worry about it?
Right.
You know, because some of us, we can change. We can have a little smaller stomach. But you know, I'm gonna go and enjoy Haagen-Dazs, and I'm gonna love me. I'm gonna go and enjoy my days and my nights. You know?
Right. Yeah.
It's stress me out behind this shiggity. I ain't gonna let it happen.
Yes. We're not for the shiggity of stressing.
At all.
I love me a good cheesecake and a good tasting ice cream and a good dip with some chips, baby. Listen.
And it's a blessing to my soul.
Exactly.
Y'all not finna block my blessings. Everybody ain't meant to have a 6-pack.
That part.
I did once upon a time.
She said once upon a time.
I did too. Once upon a time before children. I used to run track. I had a 6-pack. I had all that. But once children came into play,
it was over.
Became a 12-pack. Then it became a 2-liter. Then it was just over.
Yeah, it was just too much. I had to stop eating at a certain point. Yeah, I had to stop eating at a certain point.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I don't feel like people should just let themselves go either. Right. Because, you know, I look at myself all the time and be like, now you're getting a little out of hand. Now you're getting a little out of hand.
It happens in my shoulders for me. They start looking a little linebackery, and I'm like, what's happening? Treadmill action.
Yeah. For me, it's if my face start getting fat, I'll be like, ooh,
right here.
Cottage cheese for the rest of the week. We're not eating anything else. We're on a cottage cheese diet and water.
And water, air. Right.
And air.
Water and air. Oh my God.
Delicious air.
And air.
But anyway, thank you guys so much for chiming into the Real Spill. I think we're going to take a break and come back with zoology. I can't wait to get into this topic that we're going to talk about.
Me too.
All right. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We'll be back.
Hey, it's your girl Lisa Denae, and I want to tell you about a product that has changed my life. Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins. Rain products are infused with a Nobel Prize-winning material called graphene. It's the graphene strip that provides the various health benefits that can improve your quality of life during that time of the month. Listen, I've been very loyal to a certain brand of feminine products, but I've never experienced the results I get with Rain products. The difference is in the graphene strip. Using Rain products has totally eliminated the painful cramps I experience, and it can also help balance your body's pH, eliminate harmful bacteria, and help fight fatigue. Graphene moves heat away from your core to keep you cool and comfortable. Ladies, it's time to upgrade your feminine care with products that not only offer protection, but also improve your health and wellness. Place your order today and receive your premium sanitary napkins delivered directly to your door. Visit www.drfcare.com to make your purchase today. And don't forget to mention that your girl Lisa Denae and Stunner Radio sent you.
It's time for Zoology Q&A with Zoey Raz. Hey guys. So we do have a caller from an anonymous call. We do have a question from an anonymous caller. I'm sorry. Lisa, you're going to ask the question for me?
Yes, the question comes from an anonymous person. Here's the scenario. The wife saw an email that her husband wrote to his father.
Okay.
Apparently, in a lot of praise to her. But there was also a part in the email where he mentioned that he was not at all physically attracted to his wife. Now, she didn't say how long they've been married, so we don't know any of that. But we do know that she was A, not supposed to be snooping, and B, she found something that she didn't want to find. So the question is, how does she deal with the relationship now, knowing that her husband is not physically attracted to her and didn't say anything to her about it? So what do you say?
Okay. So to start with, you were snooping. So it's either two things that you're gonna do. Either you're gonna move accordingly, because now that you know you have your own feelings, either you're gonna move accordingly and address it, or you're not and you're gonna move on. But if you do decide to address it, my question would be, why wouldn't you talk to me about that? Why wouldn't you address those issues that you have about my appearance or whatever it is with me? And you've been with me, so where did this energy come from? I would have questions, me personally.
Yeah, I think I would feel kind of betrayed. I would feel like, you married
Absolutely.
me, so you could have I'm sure you knew before we got married that you weren't physically attracted to me.
Right.
Yes.
Now, sometimes our appearance changes during a marriage, and then that kind of, causes us to no longer be physically attracted. I get that, because that happened to me. That happened to me with one of my husbands. He started to have more boobs than me, and I was no longer attracted to that. So I get that part, but I feel like people should communicate with each other before they go outside.
Absolutely.
Relationship.
Right.
Absolutely.
So that would be my biggest issue with it.
Communication is key.
Absolutely is. I definitely agree with that, because I agree with you. I agree with both of you ladies. So I'll start with Zoe. I think we finna sit down and have a conversation, because at this point we've had children. We've been married for, I'm pretty sure it's not new. It's some years, because we got children. And what is it that you're not attracted to? Because if we've been married all this time, we could have had a conversation before now. So you decided to go tell your daddy, but not
Right.
me.
And that's where I have a problem. It's not even that you're not even attracted to me at this point, because I can give a damn less, because I've read it somewhere and seen that you've had a conversation
Right.
with the person about how deep and genuine you feel about how you're not attracted to me, your wife.
Right.
That's a conversation that we would definitely have to have. And I'm a Pisces, so I can't hold that in and just bottle that up and box it to go. I can't do that. We're going to have to discuss that and hash that out. And I need to know. I have to know what's going on. What happened?
Yeah, me too. See, my thing would be, like I said, it would be hard for me to carry on with the relationship without saying something. I just have to own up to the fact that, yes, I was snooping.
I did that.
I'm just going to own up to that. Yeah.
Right.
So let's not get distracted by the fact that I was snooping.
That I was being nosy. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's a minor detail. That
is a minor detail. Let's focus on the fact that I need to know, where do we go from here? Because see, that would be my biggest question. So where do we go from here?
Right.
Because if you held something this big from me, what else are you hiding?
Right. That part. Because
I'm
pretty sure it's not the first time. It's not the first time.
That's just what I caught.
Right. Absolutely. I'm pretty sure it's something else.
I mean, I could give him credit for the fact that he was trying to seek advice. I can give him credit for that.
Right.
Because trying to seek advice, I love her, she's good, blah, blah, blah. I'm not physically attracted to her. My thing would always be, if I can't trust you to deal with our issues between the two of us first,
right?
I mean, that's going to be a real problem for me.
Mm-hmm. Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. So that would be my thing. It would be hard for me to go on with this.
Yeah,
absolutely. I agree. Because I would start questioning some things at this point. For me,
absolutely,
it would be a lot of questions on the table.
And then, I mean, physical attraction, we all know it is a big part of relationships. But I think the older you get and the stronger your bond gets with a person, it matters less and less.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you become attracted to them on the inside and what they mean to you.
Absolutely.
So, my man could look like a booger wolf to you, but he could be the best thing sliced raisin bread to me. So I don't even much care. To me, he looked like Idris Elba and Denzel all wrapped up in one.
With your eyes closed.
Yes, because of what he does for me. So I wouldn't worry about that part as much.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that we all know our looks change as the years go by. Some of us are like Method Man. We get better with time. Some of us are like Madonna. We need to go sit down somewhere. Our time has passed.
It's up. It's up.
Our time is up.
Yeah. Yeah. Next.
So I'm the man. I'll get better with time.
So yeah, I would just definitely encourage our viewer to have a conversation and make sure you constantly communicate with your partner. Right. Constantly communicate, rather if it is a conversation that you do or don't want to hear.
Right.
And then I think they both need a third party. I think they need counseling.
Absolutely.
The reason why I feel like he needs it is because clearly he wasn't able to come to her. There's something blocking their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And then for her, I feel like she needs it because no matter what she does in this current situation, she don't want to carry those feelings into the next situation. Because then she'll be asking the next man, "Are you sure you're physically attracted to me?"
Right. Exactly.
And you don't want to do that. You want to leave that where it's at.
Yep.
But if you don't get counseling and you don't get help to work through those things, you'll end up having a complex behind that.
Absolutely. Because you're going to be always questioning. He say he attracted, but I don't really think he is. And then he might be sending an email just as well as the last one.
Oh yeah, then she's definitely gonna be checking all the emails.
Right, she's gonna be checking email, text messages,
and text messages, call logs,
the whole nine. Yeah, so I agree. Get the counseling, couples counseling, separate counseling. Whatever counseling you need. Because if you can't resolve it with each other, and then you go to counseling, you still haven't resolved it, then have your own separate counseling session. And then bring it back to the middle and have a conversation and be willing to be open to listen. That's the part that we all miss, is being willing to open and listen, because as soon as we hear something we don't want to hear, we shut our ears off.
Exactly.
And we're not willing to accept.
I agree with that. But I also think that in any relationship, this is like best friends, sisters and brothers and mother, daughters, romantic relationships. I think what people don't understand, that relationships take work. They don't just grow on their own. It's just like you feel like you could have a baby and just sit the baby there and not take care of it and it's going to be healthy. No, you have to take care of that baby. You have to nurture that baby. You got to put time in. It's the same with relationships. You can't just build and come into a relationship with someone and not put no effort into it, not nourish that relationship, not work at it. It doesn't work like that.
And I'm not talking about just a relationship with your man. I'm talking about any relationship with your mom, your sisters, your brothers, your friends, anybody. You have to put in that work in order to know that person and understand that person. You have to put in that.
Absolutely. I mean, anybody who knows me, who ever been my friend, knows that I always will reach out at some point in our friendship and be like, we need to go to lunch. We need to go. Because my thing is, if I don't spend no time with you, you can't occupy no time in my circle. See, because I don't,
I don't know how you get down when we go.
Yeah, and then I don't. There's a limited amount of space there anyway. So I don't need you to be taking up space if we don't have no real bond. So I want to go. I'm going to spend time with you. I remember when I first moved to Houston, I there was a lady that I really admired. I invited her to lunch. out the blue. I just sent her inbox message. Hey, I really admire you. I'd like to take you to lunch, blah, blah, blah. She was so uncomfortable. I made reservations for us at the cafe in Nordstrom because I love their truffle fries. And I was just like being selfish at that moment. I was going where I wanted to go. But she was so uncomfortable in the restaurant. Hey, girl, hey, if you watch it. She was so uncomfortable in the restaurant. She was uncomfortable with the situation. And I asked her, I was like, why you acting nervous? This ain't a date. Like, I ain't trying to holler.
Right.
I just like you. I like you as a woman. I like who you are as a woman. Right. And I thought it would be nice for us to try to be friends. And we tried, she would invite me to little events and stuff, but she always seemed awkward around me. And at first I took it personally, but then I realized some people just not used to that. They're not used to nobody putting in effort for them. Yeah. So it feels weird to them.
That's right.
They don't know how to process it.
Yeah, they're like, what's her?
What is this
motive?
Are you?
She has a motive because she's inviting me out too many times.
Yeah, what is she after?
What is she after? What is she trying to get from me?
Yeah, that's true.
A friend. It's just I'm trying to be your friend. But see, even in relationships, that's how you can, start to measure compatibility. When a person is not used to anybody putting effort into them, and then you are the effort person, you're the person that puts in effort, y'all not compatible.
Right. Because we both have to come to the table with something.
Yeah, and they're always going to feel weird or feel like you're up to something, or they're not going to ever really understand you.
Yeah.
Because me, I'm the opposite. I'm used to people putting in effort with me. So if I have somebody who always talk, oh, my friend Lisa Denae, my friend, I will correct them in a minute. Oh, no, we're not friends.
Right.
When do we go out? When do we go to lunch? When have you supported me in anything? Don't know. Because see, friends do these things that I'm talking about. Just because you're on my friends list on Facebook.
don't mean we're friends.
Yeah, because we know each other. Don't mean we friends.
Acquaintances.
Right.
Because I'm used to putting effort into me.
Yeah.
If you don't call me, if you don't check on me, we don't never go out. We don't know. We're not friends. So, that's a little sidebar, but I just feel like sometimes I look at people and try to figure out why they're always having problems in their life with other people. And that's the reason, because they don't put in no effort. You think somebody just gonna come and just be your friend? You're just gonna have a happy marriage without putting no effort in? No. It takes work. It takes
a lot
work.
of work. It's a consistent thing. You constantly working to make it better than what it was. It starts off one way and you amplify it to make it better. You put in effort. You do things for that person. Like you said, friendships. It's just like all of the relationships are the same if they're done correctly. But when they're not, you can definitely tell the difference in between your relationships when it's not done correctly. So if you are a friend, I'm with you, Lisa. I use that word very lightly. When I allow you in, you in. And if you ain't doing what you need to do,
it's questionable. That's questionable.
Right. Where we been to lunch? We ain't been to lunch. Girl, we not friends.
We ain't been to lunch. You ain't took me to lunch.
Do you call me on my phone?
Exactly.
My phone is dry.
Ain't seen no calls.
I ain't seen no text message, no missed call.
None of that.
And even in relationships, like when you brought it up, Zoe, like father, daughter, I called my dad for his 80th birthday. And he said, well, what do I owe this honor? Seem like you don't never call. Seem like, I gotta wait on you. And I really almost went there. I really did. I almost said, see, but the phone worked two ways. It worked both ways. Okay. So when did you call? What did you do? Because see, we're not gonna play this game. But I realized, okay, he's turning 80. We're not gonna do that. We're just gonna listen. But sometimes parents get caught up in that too. Well, I'm your mother, I'm your father. No. You got to put in effort too. That's just not on me.
Right.
So Absolutely. With my kids, I always try to set aside time. Y'all want to have a movie night? I try to have time with each one individually because you got to understand, you got to work at relationships. It's just, it don't just happen. It don't just do itself.
I agree with you, Lisa. I think it might be something in the water because my dad is like, Zoey Raz. I don't know you. Who is Zoey Raz? You don't call me. And I'm like, I feel the same way. You don't call me, but
Right.
The phone works both ways. The phone works
I
both ways.
definitely
It
agree.
does.
I definitely
Do you even know what I like anymore? Do you even know me, the person I am now?
Right.
I have to remind my dad of that all the time. I'm not the little girl that you used to know. The girl you had to teach how to shoot. I know how to shoot now. Okay. I know how to shoot.
Good aim.
Very much so.
Right.
I'm not that little girl anymore. So you have to put in effort getting to know who I am now. And that's a lot of times he don't understand that. And that's what strains relationships. With my oldest son, I know he's always changing, always coming with a new tattoo, always something. I have to put in effort. What you on now? What you like now? What's going on in your life now? I can't just expect us to remain close. You got to put in work. And I think people lazy sometimes, and they feel, what's that word that I like all the time? They feel entitled to you.
Very, very much. Say that again for the people in the back.
They feel like just because we relate,
entitlement.
Yep, just because we relate, or just because you my girl or you my man, I'm entitled to a relationship with you. No, you have to build it just like everybody else.
Absolutely.
You have to build it just like everybody else.
And it's a hard pill for some people to swallow.
Absolutely.
They don't want to accept that. A lot of people don't want to accept that.
But then that's why they can't find close friendships. That's why they watch all these little movies and stuff and be like, oh, I wish I had that. I wish I had a friend. I wish I had. Well, you didn't put in no work. You put in no work. I mean, you expect. That's the problem I've had with females a lot of the times. Why I can't really have a lot of female friends, because I don't feel like, just because we go out together, we say we friends, that's just the end of it. You don't put in no work in me and I don't put in no work in you. We're not friends. We just know each other. Right. Because to me, if I'm your friend, I ain't heard from you in a week, I'm on the phone. Hey, friend.
You all right over there?
You good?
Yeah, good.
How was your week?
At least texting. You good? What's going on?
Hey, what's up?
Yes. Especially in the times we live in now. Your friend can be able to lay you dead.
Exactly. So you need to keep the lines of communication open at all times. Yeah, I was actually having a what?
Yeah, I'm a little confused.
Oh my God.
What? Okay.
Have we been hacked?
I don't know, because that's a little strange and weird.
I literally did not type that.
Yeah, I did. Right. I did. I didn't know you was gonna put it on there like that.
Oh, I didn't know who it was because it was coming up under this person.
Oh,
got it. It's a wonderful evening that we're having tonight.
Yes,
and we are over our time.
Surprise.
And it's the season of love. So listen, we're not trying to get in the way of nobody's love and happiness, honey. My
love and happiness. Hey,
the show has come to an end.
Yes, it has.
Okay. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in with us. I was so lost for just about 10, 15 seconds.
Yes, we were.
I didn't know what was going on.
I'm sorry.
There's a thing on this little program called private chat.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a thing on the little margin there. Yeah. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. Black coffee with a side of tea. Some of us have dates we trying to get to.
Yes. It's Valentine weekend, baby. You got to get these dates in. Schedule them.
Yes, I got one on tomorrow. So, that being said, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in with us. We're going to go and get on out of here. And we'll see y'all next week with the Body Love Revolution fundraiser. I'm almost scared to put this on the screen. Oh, it's another same message. All right. So we are out of here, you guys. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye, guys.